Oh, well, don't take sides, just say something. Stop it! I slam my palm down on the desk in a moment of exasperation. Natsuki immediately flinches backwards, while Yuri shrinks back a little. All four girls are looking towards me with either shock or fear. My heart sinks immediately, not only because I'm disappointed in myself for my tone of voice, but because of what it might have set off for Natsuki. You guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lose my temper like that. I just didn't want to see you guys fight is all, and none of us were getting through. Look, everyone has their differences, their strengths, and their weaknesses. You saw one of my weaknesses just now. I'm ashamed to admit, but I don't react well under tense environments. People arguing, I get caught up in it. I look towards Natsuki's direction, hoping that at least some of what I said would resonate with her. I wasn't lying, but I'm especially worried that I did upset her more. Anyway, I'm getting off track. The point is, we all have something we're good at, but just because something isn't exactly someone's cup of tea doesn't mean it lacks merit. Different people like different things, so by engaging in discussion and exchanging poems in different styles like this, you might end up learning something from one another. I mean, I'm terrible at writing, but after having read all of your poems, I definitely feel inspired to try out different styles and techniques. Things I want to try and incorporate into my own writing. After all, diversity is the mother of all creation, isn't it? I hear Monica burst into laughter. I'm caught off guard a little at first, but then I realize what I said and start to laugh a little as well.
Holly, I don't think that's how that quote goes at all.
Yeah, well, you guys get my point anyway. We're stronger together than we are apart. We should always remember that.
That was cheesy. I have to admit, it was a bit cliché. You sounded like an after-school special.
With this, the mood in the room suddenly lightens and everyone is smiling again. Yeah, laugh it up. We'll see who's laughing when I bring a poem tomorrow that will blow everyone else's out of the water.
Oh, is that a challenge, Holly?
You're damn right. I puff out my chest in a show of fake bravado.
Holly, you're so silly. I don't think I've ever seen this side of you before.
Yuri looks at Sayori kind of surprised.
Really? I would have thought you two knew each other well enough that there weren't any surprises between you two.
Well, she's not wrong, but at this point I might as well just lean into it.
Yeah, me too.
Sayori still surprises me every time she manages to not be late.
Hey, you meanie. I'm not like that often.
I reach out and gently tousle her hair. I'm just messing with you.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Holly, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about everyone. With any luck, that means I am one step closer to figuring out how to help Monica save them. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Holly, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been an interesting and worthwhile experience getting to spend this much time together with her. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know about my little outburst at Yuri and Natsuki? I really am sorry about that. You and they probably think I'm kind of a jerk, and I can't blame anyone for thinking that.
No. That's really the first time I've seen you like that. I know that's not how you usually are. I'm just glad you were able to express your feelings. I don't think anyone thinks you're a jerk. Do they annoy you?
No, they don't annoy me. I just wanted to get their attention, that's all. I guess I just want everyone to get along and be friends.
Phew. You know, Holly, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone as well is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Everything is going to be so much fun.
Or, at the very least, interesting. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but will Monica and I really be able to save everyone? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. I hope there's a way I can help everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Poem number 2? Talk to Mr. X? No, I'm just going right into poem number 2. Alright, let's see. Prayers, Sayori. Are any of these Monica? Isolation? Yeah. Bleed? Yeah. And wait, no, that's Yuri. Party? No. I don't think any of these are Monica words, actually. I don't know. Loud? Clouds? Party? Yeah, now we're screwed. Oh wait, careful is her. I did not realize. That's fine. Activity... Club. Right. Yes. No, oh, sacrifice is her. That's a bit of an ominous word. Experiment. They both liked experiment? Curious. Well, I'm fine with that, though. Stockings. And... No, that was Sari. Manipulation. We're doing just fine here. Would existence be her? Is that Yuri? That's a Yuri word. Fate, though? Yeah, fate. Desperation. Envy. Yes. Ink. Getting there. Understand. What was that second boop noise? Whatever. Literature. The Epiphany. Oh, I was kind of zipping around there. No, I think this one we're out. We don't have a Monica word here. Holiday, fireflies, mouse, email, playground, ocean, whisper, bunny, joy. Yeah, we'll throw Natsuki a bone here. There you go, Natsuki. You get a bone. Try not to eat it all at once. Choice. And, I don't remember precious, but I guess it is a Siri word. Are any of these Monica? Maybe sing. Sing? Nope, that's Siri as well. Breathe. No Monica words. Alright, we'll give Siri one this time. There you go, Siri. Another day, another restless night. I managed to get a few hours of sleep this time, though I wish I could say they were continuous. I slept on the couch again. Thoughts of Mr. X watching me in my sleep kept me from sleeping soundly. Plus, I could have sworn when I woke up a few times I saw a shadow out of the corner of my eye. Overall, the vibe felt extremely creepy and uncomfortable. As I make my way into the kitchen to fix myself some coffee and breakfast, I hear the voice again. Good morning, Helly. Morning. Did you have a good night's rest? Not really, to be honest. I see. I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to help? I debated whether or not to just outright tell him to bug off, but I opted to remain cordial since I didn't want to risk repercussions. Plus the whole keep your enemies closer adage. Nah, still just getting used to this whole situation. I reach up and grab a box of raisin bland and start pouring myself a bowl. That should be what they actually call it. I see. Well, that's understandable. But you are perfectly safe here, so you needn't worry too much. Something about the way he said that last part was a bit unnerving. At any rate, is there anything new to report? Nothing since yesterday. Just did our usual poem sharing and getting to know the girls. What about Monica? Has she said anything new about the situation? Told you anything out of the ordinary? I need to be careful about what I divulge to him, but I also don't want to tip my hand either and make him suspicious. Suspicious. She's just been mainly interested in getting to know me is all. Sadly, though, there's not much to tell since I still don't really recall much myself. Interesting. Have you told her about me by any chance? I would certainly hope not for all our sakes. I figured he'd ask, but couldn't figure out how much or even what I should tell him. I haven't mentioned you specifically or anything, but she was getting suspicious given my arrival and coincidentally her losing her admin access. I suggested that maybe the game just reset itself, including the admin rights. I really hope he buys it because I'm not sure what I'd say if he didn't. It's flimsy, but I suppose it'll have to do for now. What did you tell her about how you came to be here? Sort of a half-truth that I didn't really know and I kind of lost a good chunk of my memory. Well, guess we should be thankful for small favors such as amnesia. Ass. In any event, you did well. You have proven to be quite a remarkable ally. I will be sure to repay the favor someday. I guess you could start by helping me get my memories back. Yes, about that. About that?
I have been working to try and recover some of the files that were deleted from your computer, to better help both of us, of course.
Right.
I believe I may have found something you might be interested in. It's not much, but it appears to be some correspondence between you and another individual whose name isn't mentioned. In it, it mentions the project you were working on. It seems that both of you were colleagues at one point.
So far, nothing is really ringing a bell, but I wait to see if he has anything else in hopes that it might jar something loose. And that's all?
Only that the project had something to do with creating the first truly immersive virtual reality experience with full sensory interface. You designed the haptic feedback rig and gear, and your colleague created most of the program that was supposed to make it all run together.
I mean, we pretty much already knew most of that already, didn't we?
Yes, well, there's one last thing. The company you worked for seems to have other plans in mind for your project, but everything was either deleted or redacted.
Wait. Suddenly, some of my memory comes rushing back to me. Memories. I worked for a company that was contracted to research and develop bleeding-edge tech regarding virtual reality. Full-body simulation, but without bulky full-body gear or surgical implants. We even got as far as a test prototype haptic rig, though I always joked it looked like a glorified dentist's chair. Look at all these fancy techno doodads, my guy. Far from the goal of being less cumbersome, but for initial testing it was deemed a safety precaution to keep the subject seated. The goal was to eventually condense the rig down to the size of a headset and gloves, but the user would be fully immersed via a process called M-mapping. M-mapping allowed the rig to scan the brainwave patterns of the individual and essentially hijack and reroute those signals in order to replicate sensory stimuli. Then a large company nobody had even heard of swooped in and, via hostile takeover, bought the company out from under the board of directors. After the dust settled, the new parent company sent out a memo that all current projects were to be placed on hold indefinitely, except for ours. They wanted us to submit all of our current research to them and provide weekly and sometimes daily progress reports. While it was odd, we nonetheless continued working, which was all that mattered to us, but it wasn't long after this that something happened. Everything after that is still hazy.
Did you remember something?
Only that I remember working on the gear. I'm not sure if he totally buys that. I'm not sharing everything, but I feel like giving him more information would be a bad thing.
I see.
So you basically bridged the gap, right? You took the gear I had and found a way to bring me inside the game.
Yes, but I was only able to do so because you had completed the work.
Maybe he does know the rest, or rather more than he's telling me. Fair play. We're both concealing stuff from each other, apparently. I thought you said it was a failure.
That's what the company had labeled it. At least that's what they put on the surface in case any novices decided to dig a little bit. But you completed it.
I did? That throbbing sensation started to come back in my head, and I was getting dizzy. I sat down on the sofa for a moment, cradling my head.
Now, don't push yourself too much. Don't force it. It will all come back in due time. Anyway, you've made remarkable progress. You should leave it at that.
For once, I agree with him. Yeah, I suppose you're right.
All right, you've been kept here long enough. You should run along now, or you'll be late.
It's at that moment I suddenly realized he was right again. Sayori! I completely forgot she and I were supposed to walk to school together this morning. Crap, she definitely would have left by now. In fact, I might actually be later than her. No, we're good. I bolt upright and to the living room, though my head reminds me of what an idiot I am for doing so quickly. Alright, I'm off. See ya. I stumble to the door and clumsily toss my shoes on and grab my bag.
Be careful out there.
I hear him call out as I jog out the door.
That project. If only those fools knew.
I didn't see any sign of Sayori when I left, so I assumed she must have waited and left without me. I felt really bad leaving her like that and being late, especially after I gave her a hard time about that very same thing. Luckily, I was able to make up ground just in time before the bell rang. Though in hindsight, it seems silly to be worried about being late to class. The rest of the day proceeds normally until finally it's club time. Entering the club room, I'm immediately greeted by Sayori.
Howie, there you are.
Hey Sayori, sorry I was late this morning.
That's okay, I'm just glad you made it. Is everything alright? I usually am the one that's late.
Everything's good, I just accidentally hit the snooze button on my alarm one too many times.
You do that too?
You're surprised?
Well, walking to school with me. Which is totally fine. You don't have to or anything. I just don't want you to feel pressured to...
I gently placed my hand on Sayori's shoulder. Sayori, I promise I wasn't late because I didn't want to walk with you. I actually look forward to our walks, honestly. Sayori seems to relax a bit and looks at me reassured.
Oh, thanks, Hallie. I do too. Did you manage to get some breakfast?
A little bit, yeah. I had a bowl of cereal. What about you?
I may have overslept a little and didn't get a chance to. I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
Sure.
Yeah, you will. Yay!
As we start to head out the door, I stop, suddenly recalling why she wanted me to go with her in the first place. Wait a minute. I turn to look at Sayori.
I just thought, Hallie, is something wrong?
I know she's wanting to hit me up for some change because she doesn't have any herself. But honestly, I don't really see any harm in it, and it couldn't hurt to get to spend a little time with her since I missed our walk this morning. Then again, why does she need me for that? I could just give her some change and let her get her own snack. That's why, or that way, I could get settled in and maybe fill Monica in on some of the things Mr. X and I talked about. What should I do? Get rid of change for now. You wouldn't happen to be grifting me for a free meal, would you?
I don't know what you mean, Hallie.
Uh-huh. It's fine, Sayori. I don't mind lending you some money.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't offer it if I wasn't.
Oh, thanks, Hallie. Do you want me to get you anything as well?
Nah, I'm alright for now. Thanks, though.
No problem.
With that, she turns around and heads out of the cloakroom. I can hear her skipping and humming down the hallway from here. As I turn around, I'm immediately smacked in the face by a flying UFO. Whack!
Hallie, are you alright?
Trying to rub the soreness off my face, I see the object on the ground that caused it. It appears to be a cookie wrapped in plastic. My eyes follow the angle of the projectile all the way to my assailant.
You suck at catching! Natsuki, you really hurt Hallie. Oh, come on! He's fine! Besides, that cookie is the soft-baked one.
Could have fooled me. Just then Sayori shows back up as well.
Are you alright, Hallie? You have a big red mark on your face.
Natsuki rolls her eyes.
Jeez, you guys are making a big deal out of nothing.
It's fine, really, but a little heads up next time would be nice.
That's what you get for making poor Sayori walk alone to get a snack. I thought she was supposed to be your best friend.
Sayori and I share a look of shock and embarrassment.
Oh, what? Natsuki? I don't need Hallie to walk with me everywhere.
Jeez, Natsuki, not sure what you're implying, but Yuri giggles slightly. Et tu, Yuri.
Oh, sorry, Hallie, I didn't mean to.
I wave at her, smiling. It's okay, Yuri, it was a joke.
Wow. Sorry, you just gonna let the cookie sit there on the floor?
Ah, yeah, sorry. I bend over and pick it up. It really is a nice-looking cookie. It looks to be a sugar cookie made to look like a kitty cat. Pretty on brand for Natsuki. I could get used to Natsuki's baking.
Hey, Natsuki, you like it one too?
Natsuki grins.
I put yours on your desk. Yay, I got 2 snacks today.
Sayori sprints off towards her desk, tearing into her cookie with gusto. Just then, Monica shows up.
Hey there, what's all the commotion?
Oh, hey, Monica, Natsuki brought cookies.
Yup. Huh, Natsuki, you're always so considerate of others. It's not like I was trying to be. I just had a lot of ingredients left over that would have spoiled if I didn't use them up.
Now that everyone has settled down, they go back to what they were doing. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie, and now it looks like she's scribbling on paper. I have a sneaking suspicion she's still writing her poem for today. What a slacker. She makes me proud. Yuri dove back into her book. Monica went back to her desk at the front, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. The school should charge rent for how much time she spends in there.